Rest in peace. It's not only one of the best defenders to ever grace the game, but one of the best players, period. One club man for Milan, AC Milan, the Rossinieri. 20 years servitude. Proper baller. 5'9". So, to be honest, I'm barely taller than he was, and he was slimmer than me. But bar the height. But again, when you're ultimate tier, bruv, you don't need to be that tall. You don't need to be 6 foot. Like, he had everything. He had everything you ever wanted or needed in a defender. And at his height, just just proves that point even more so. And even after that, you got Fabio Cannavaro, similar height. Franco Baresi paved the way. He wasn't only a master of defense, the Italian, rock solid, so solid defense, yeah. That guy could play. That guy could fucking play. Better than any of the defenders, midfielders, and strikers. Better than damn near every single player you see today, bruv. Lewis, I'll get to your comments in a sec. Big up. But you're right, it is so sad. It is so fucking sad. This ain't going to be a long one. This will be a very, very, very short one. I saw this news earlier today. I was thinking maybe talking about the Vinny links, Bruno G nearly over the line, but no, we lost one of the absolute greats, bruv. And he'll be up there with the football gods now. Yeah? Like the Beckenbauers, the Pelés, the Maradonas, the Cruyffs, etc. He's with them now. The football gods will take care of him. Rest in paradise. Real one. Won everything as well, because he was there when Italy won it in 82. Fell short in 94 when he was captain. But when he was captain of Milan, he won everything. Scudetto, champs, Coppa Italia, Super Coppa. Won the lot. Won the lot. And I think it's fair to say he's probably the greatest one club man ever. Only Paolo Maldini can really compete. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real, people. So it is what it is. But big up anyway. Despite it being a super short stream and all of that shit. But yeah, I did say I was going to do a stream today. End up being tonight. It is what it is. But it'll be a much longer stream. I'm thinking over the weekend. Yeah, just a bit of technical difficulties there. Um, yeah, my Mac is struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to get through the comments, and it just even got a new fan, but well, activated the current one either way. Got a new bit of software. It has helped, but StreamYard it needs to still work with older tech, as in 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Because if it's only meant to work with the last 5 years, give or take tech, not everyone has that. Not everyone can afford it, and even if they can afford it, they don't necessarily want to. Like I mentioned before, I'll probably have to get this cleaned anyway. But yeah, MacBooks notoriously prone to overheating while doing minimal. But yeah, it is what it is. But big up Lewis Talk City. And yeah, like I was saying, when it comes to Franco Baresi, my condolences to his family and everyone in the footballing world that saw him play live and direct and in full effect. To the Italian people, he will be sorely missed. But I always end on a positive. He's up there with the footballing gods. Back once again. Do you know what I'm saying? No ill behaviour. Not tonight. Not tonight. This is respect. This is about respect. Respect. Karma, karma thing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it's about. I will end this shortly, guys. See, it was actually even a little bit longer than I was even planning. It was basically going to be like 5 minutes, but it'll be around 10 odd anyway. And there'll be a longer stream. I might have to get this checked out sooner than I anticipated, but needs must in it. Needs must. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. R.I.P. Franco Baresi, and yeah, he was only 66. So I can barely get through these comments. Like it's struggling, big time, big time. Yeah, I was using Chrome, Louis, um, but Chrome doesn't update on my Mac. I've got a 2015 one, um, so it's over 10 years old, just over 10 years old, and yeah, it just won't update on Google Chrome. So I'm using Safari. Now, usually Safari should be enough, but I've had issues with StreamYard using Chrome anyway, trying to keep it up to date. I was using the old fan, to be fair, and then used the latest software. That one, it had expired. I should have changed that ages ago. Probably would have helped a hell of a lot um, with the overheating and things crashing and breaking down. Because now it's at the point where every time I'm not using it for longer periods of time, I'm just gonna have to turn it off. I can't even put it in sleep because it's still like it's not cool enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It hasn't cooled down enough. It's yeah, it's just one of them ones. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's what they want. That's what they want. New tech, especially the new tech of today, isn't always better. I used to be that guy where I couldn't wait for new tech, new PlayStation, new phone, uh, new any other kind of device that was out in the mid to late noughties in particular, and then going into the tens. Once it hit the tens, basically once BlackBerry got phased out, I think it was like I had my BlackBerry since like what 2013, 14, around that. Yeah, basically once they stopped making new Blackberries, the phones have been completely fucked, and then the laptops, the PCs, the Macs, they've all followed suit. I mean, Apple needs to sort this shit out, but they won't. They won't. You're better off actually sticking with the old tech, unless it costs way too much to repair, and you're better off buying a refurbished one, which I might end up doing. But I'll get the 2019 one. I'm not getting the post COVID, basically 2020 plus um, machines, because they're not built to last as much. I think the 2019 was the last one, the last MacBook Pro, I believe, that was built to somewhat last a good 5-10 years, especially if you look after it well enough. Will probably need a bit more cleaning. And to be fair, like I had this cleaned once, well, serviced, replaced, only because I spilled a bit of beer on it when I was at uni at the time. You got me. Word to Walter White and that, but yeah, is what it is, man. Is what it is. But big up twofold. Big up twofold. How you doing, my G? Yeah, it needs to be a certain term. Yeah, if you got a MacBook Pro, you have to activate the cooling fan, or you have like a MacBook Pro stand where it has like cooling fans underneath. I might have to have that as well. Because every laptop, PC, Mac has a cooling fan of some sort. Um, Now the older generations, they weren't as good, that they didn't need it anywhere near as much. Yeah, it would have improved performance drastically, but the later the models are, more power input into these devices, the more cooling equipment you need, either built in and or external. And I need the latter as well. So probably what I will do, see how much it costs to get fixed, see if it's worth it. Um, and I'll probably just get the cooling fan stand underneath just to buy myself some more time, because that will definitely be worth it, because it will keep. For me, it's the GPU, but it's also the CPU. It's mainly the CPU, because it's starting to struggle a bit here and there with basic tasks. Because I know StreamYard's been fucking up the base, but not this bad, not this much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm doing what I can, people. I'm doing what I can, and especially making this stream a bit longer. And you guys deserve it for damn sure. If Burr brings Vinny and Bruno to Arsenal, he will no longer be on forward watch. We could actually retain the title. We shall see, man. I will get into that over the weekend, very latest Monday. So expect to stream at the very latest Monday, but there might be one tomorrow or Sunday. That's for damn sure. Yeah, great defender. You know, Beckenbauer was like the pioneer, like the OG. But Franco Baresi levitated that shit, perfected it even. Probably the best sweeper we've ever seen. Beckenbauer invented that shit. Elite, world class, top tier. But Franco Baresi came in, changed the game back once again for the Renegade Master and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? So here we are, people. Here we fucking are. I was never a new phone, or never had a new phone. But I've grown up with Apple and Android. Every new phone. Yeah. They're not built to last. They're not built to last. You're actually better off getting refurbished BlackBerry and like get a brick as well. If you can afford two phones, get the brick. Um, get the burner, just the very very basic calls and texts. That's it. You know, like one of the first phones that I got, it was like a Samsung. I think at the time it cost about 30 quid. Now it would cost like £5, £10, even in this climate, because damn near everyone's got a smartphone. But again, these phone companies, yeah, they're very slick with the way they do it, because it's like most people will either not pay for a phone up front, full price, or even in installments, or people can't afford it, but they really want one, need it for work, and think just how the world is and all that shit. So it's like you don't even get the pay as you go like you used to before. You just pay 10, 20, £30, whatever you could, yeah, and that will be your credit. Whereas now you can do that roll on shit, and then you got the monthly where it's a set. Most of them have 3 minutes and text anyway. That's the only good thing. But again, should have been standard anyway. But corporate greed is what it is, and people get sucked into it. And then it's data. Now, for every month, unless you don't have Wi-Fi in your house, you don't need loads and loads of data. You really don't. And even if you got the money, save that shit for better things, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of these services, if you don't use them or barely use them, unless you know you're going to need them at certain points, just get rid. Like, even if you have the money, I never understand why all these people have Netflix, have Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, and all of that shit, including Amazon and even YouTube. You have two, maybe three, but really and truly, it's like, well, I have YouTube, Spotify for now, and yeah, bit of Amazon Prime quality time and all that shit. But the rest of them, nah. Even if you have the money, it's just like you don't need to do that shit. There are plenty of places where you can watch, stream. Better yet, buy the films, Blu-ray, DVD, physical copies, man. I don't care if they're trying to get rid of physical copies. Even when it comes to GTA 6 and certain other games on PlayStation, and this is happening across the board. I think the last ones to do it will be Nintendo, but Xbox will do that shit. PlayStation will, because they they've long gone John Silver, not giving a shit about the consumer, about the gamer. You know, they stopped seeing us as gamers years ago, many years ago. They barely see us as consumers. It's basically just like, this is what we're doing. If you buy it, that's great. If you don't, we don't give a flying fuck. Tough titties, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what they're on, bruv. That is exactly what they're on. It's a shame, but that's the world we're living in. And they probably have about one fan, and that's it. More, yeah, yeah. The phones are overheating way too much as well, and especially if you don't update them, like that. It's deliberate, man. It's deliberate. Great man, Marker. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Never into new phone. Okay, yeah, yeah. Never into new phones. Okay, yeah. No, I hear it. My mate's got a brick as well. Yeah, I hear that. I think I had loads of brick phones, bruv. Loads of brick phones. I'm not gonna lie, I should have kept my BlackBerry, even though it was like dying out and all that shit. I could have got that shit fixed. Could have got that shit properly fixed at the time. You know, wouldn't have cost me too much at that particular point in time. 10 years ago as well. I was at uni around that time, so I could definitely afford it. That shit. Um, Yeah, it's just yeah, you got loads of films. That's good. I've got some as well. I got CDs as well. I got the games. I got the lot. I will always have physical copies. The only way I sell the physical copies is if I'm going to get a better version of that copy. That's basically where I'm at with the games, with the DVDs. I even bought my first Blu-ray line. It's around last Christmas and that. I bought myself a Christmas present. I bought the fam Christmas presents as well, but like, yeah, it's just one of them ones where like I had to get it. There's a Cowboy Bebop, the movie as well. HMV, £6, bruv. Good condition, very good condition. And that's the thing. They stopped selling Blu-ray across the board a while ago, bruv. When was the last time that Blu-ray have sold fucking sold like the latest movie in that? Because really and truly, it's just the cinemas. Then it goes straight onto streaming services, and that's it, bruv. That's it. A lot of the new films I was thinking of seeing in the cinema, just like even though I really wanted to see them, and I will end up seeing them, it's just like, yeah, it just doesn't have that same buzz, and sometimes you're just better off, you know, watching it on your own. There's other places where you can get it, where you can watch it, stream it, download it, whatever. Like it is what it is. It is what it is. YouTube, Netflix, and Spotify. That's it. Yeah, I got YouTube and Spotify and Prime. I don't have Netflix. Not paying for that shit anymore. And trust me, you don't need it. If you like, if you know, you know, in it. Like they can try and crack down on copyright and all this bullshit. But the truth of the matter is, they had the perfect opportunity to basically put piracy down to the bottom of the totem pole about 20 odd years ago, give or take, when it came to DVDs and movies. Sorry, DVDs. So fucking yeah, DVDs, CDs. So for films, TV, and music, yeah, there weren't really many podcasts. There were sort of like um, the audible tapes. See, obviously you have the was it the Kindle and all these other Android, Google textbooks, whatever the fuck, yeah. Remember them cassette tapes, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Remember them fucking cassette tapes, yeah? Them CDs, bruv, where you could listen to all these stories, podcasts, documentaries, all of that shit. Like, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, it doesn't matter. Secular, non-secular. Like, it's just different. Physical copies, they just hit different, bruv. The radio. Pirate radio was the best, bruv. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Yeah, the steals you can get. Look, if buying isn't owning, I'll let you guys fill out the rest. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm talking about, yeah? These companies know it's the end. This whole institution, it's coming to an end. Yeah? It's coming to an end. But yet they still want to milk this cow till the cow is fucking dead, bruv. We're all starving here. To be honest, it's got to the point, like, even if you're earning just over six figures, yeah, especially if you live in London, yeah, unless you're living to infinity and beyond your means, bruv, yeah, you ain't really living like that. Like, if you had 100K 20 years ago, you were well on your way to being set for life. If you sorted out a few things here and there, like you sold well, you invested in certain things here and there, you would have been set for life, set your kids up for life. Now, 100K a year in whatever it is, right? In and around London and all the other major cities, it ain't enough because it's just like London in particular. Never mind England and the rest of Britain. It's going to be the mega place to be. Like London's basically going to be like the new, less flashy, less extravagant Monaco, bruv, with a hint of fucking Las Vegas and that, bruv. Trust me, I know where this is going. 4 years time, be prepared and all of that. Be prepared, bruv. You get me? Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, Xbox will do it. They'll all do it. Nintendo will be the last to do it because yeah, Nintendo are more traditional, whereas with Xbox, they were never really that traditional. Xbox came from obviously Microsoft. Yeah, they pulled the plug recently. Now they're just doing whatever they can to just stay afloat and that. Yeah, because Xbox has been done. They lost it in 2013 with Xbox One. They lost that shit. They were so far ahead of PS3, and yet they still lost that fucking race. They were miles ahead. And then with the Xbox X and S series, as much as PlayStation fucked it up, yeah, with the PS5s and all that, Xbox still couldn't do much better at all. They got worse. They lost their exclusive rights at one point to certain games and that, like Gears of War, Halo, etc. Like, it's a mad thing. It's a mad fucking thing. But look, these companies will get what they deserve, innit? At the end, the very end. Yeah, it'll take a bit of time. May not be around this life, but this is beyond greed, bruv. Because if they really wanted to make a lot more money, there are certain decisions they would not be making. It's coming to an end, guys. I'm not trying to be doom or gloom. I'm actually very relaxed about it. It is what it is. When you realize that it's just words and numbers, decimals, all these other symbols on a screen, bruv. At this point, if words, numbers, and symbols on a screen really affect you that much, yeah, you honestly need to go back to square one, back to basics. Reality check. I'm going through it, but I always find a way. I'm still here. No fine margins, guys. No excuses, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still here. I'm still living. I'm still doing this shit, man. Because I want to do it. I love to do it. And there's a need and a want. And it's only going to go up. The only way is up, man. Do you know what I'm saying? The only way is up. Yeah. But we're not going for that shit no more. Because if you look after it well enough, and even if you don't, you're actually better off fixing the old tech, unless you can get either a custom made, modded, refurbished, case in point, PS2, for example, where you have all the games already on there. But if you've got the physical copies, if you've got all the discs with the manuals and that as well, it will still work as well. Still have the disc drives, can still play DVDs and that. Won't be able to play Blu-ray because that's PS3. Although, if it's modded that well, I think it might be. I think it might be. But anyway, do you know what? Been going off on a tangent. It is what it is, bruv. But ultimately, rest in peace to one of the greatest to ever do it. Just as it says in the title, Franco Bombaclat Baresi, bruv. Man like Franco Baresi. Respect. Best believe that. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss when I go live and direct and in full effect, or when I upload the next video. Best believe that. Stay safe. Stay true to yourself. Big up, Todd. As always. Be authentic. Keep it real. As always. Be safe. Always be safe. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the sunshine, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Enjoy the lovely weather, guys. Beautiful weather, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? A little bit of comedy here and there, just to lighten up the mood, innit? So, yeah, much love to all you guys in the chat. Big up also to the people that will be watching this on playback. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and on that bombshell, we are out of here. I am going to basically shut this down and then turn it back on again should be running a little bit better. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, all the best. And yeah, bring on Girona for the pre-season, bruv. Bring it on. Come on, you Gunners.